hiking geezer and the Wandering Irishman, who's busy driving at the moment, on our way to Slishwood for another overnight. Don't think you've had an overnight there yet, have you?
No, this will be my first.
And this will be my second. So, onwards and upwards. It was a lovely sunny morning when we drove along the N17. That's Mucklety Hill on the right. We've got a video about that. We parked our car, got our equipment together and started the hike towards the shelter. The paths through the forest are in the main well maintained, with, in many places, a gravelly surface. The route that we took was the easier and shorter of the two available and doesn't have any excessively steep sections. Having said that, my knee needed a little while to get working properly, so even though David had no problems, I had to take a few very short stops, but we made it.
Oh, I forgot tea bags.
Well, here we are, we're at the shelter. David's going to be sleeping in that tonight, so I've had to go already before it's built up like this. But my place is going to be, when I've cleared it, just along here. So this is where I'm planning to put the bivvy up, just here. Hopefully it won't take me too long. I'll start doing it in a few minutes once I've had a cup of coffee. Well, here we are. It's coffee time, thank God. Because boy, do I need one. And the trusty old little stove boiling its guts out in a few minutes. Well, as you can see, looking over my shoulder, although we're in a little bit of shade, it's quite a sunny day out there. This bit of the forest never seems to get too bright, but it's a reasonably warm day considering we're only halfway through January. What a view! From our research, David and I think that these are Sitka spruce, a tree introduced from the USA. Well, this is it. This is my tent for the night, my bivvy bag. Never been used before, as you can see. It's still got the tags on it. And I'm just going to unroll it and see what it looks like. I have tried it once before. I've tried it in the back garden and it seemed to be perfectly all right. It's a little bit cramped, but it is what it is. Well, there we go. There's the initial setup with my bivvy. Once we get the inflatable mat in there and the sleeping bag, they should be lovely and comfortable. It must admit, it's a bit wider than I remembered it, so I'm quite happy with that. It gives me a bit of space. Go on, carry on.
I was going to do a video of why we're not building a campfire tonight, you know, and just let everybody know. So if you want to do that, that's an idea for you as well.
Why we're not building a campfire? Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I can think of plenty of reasons why we're not building a campfire. One, we're too close to the path.
Yeah, exactly.
And secondly, this ground would burn like mad underneath.
Yeah, well,
We'd have to scrape right down to the bare surface, and there's hundreds of years of growth of mulch here, so we'd be digging down for ages.
yeah. So we don't have any shovels or anything, so...
Well, we've got one. Always got my one. Well, we're not going to be having a campfire tonight. There's a few reasons for that. The main ones being that we're a bit close to the path, and we're not sure about the legalities of camping here, although we've seen no signs saying we can't. And the second reason is that when you're in a pine forest, if you put a campfire down on the ground, because it's been so much so many pine needles fallen down over the years, you can actually have a raging fire going underground, which can be smouldering away for weeks and weeks and then suddenly flare up into a forest fire. So the way around that is to actually scrape away the surface till you get down to the bare soil, which here could be 1 foot, 2 foot deep, and then put the fire on that. However, that is detrimental to the environment, so we won't even try that. So I decided to put the drone up. Far too many branches to use auto settings, so manual piloting it was. It's getting a bit close now, so I think we'll leave that. Well, I suppose I better land it, hadn't I? I wanted to give my Facebook group members advance notice of this video, so I posted this. Well, hi everybody, Old Hiking Geezer here, and I'm in Slishwood with David, the Wandering Irishman, and we're here for an overnight, and this will be a video in the future. As you can see behind me, there's my little bivvie tent, ready for me to have a kip tonight. So keep a watch out for the video, should be coming along soon. And here, as you can see, we have a fallen tree. And unusually, growing out of the base of the fallen tree, we have another tree. And that hasn't just happened once, because as you can see, there's another fallen tree with yet another tree growing out of that. The floor of this woodland is carpeted with either the pine needles, which probably are at least a foot deep, or moss. Everything which isn't covered in pine needles is covered in moss, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Well, it's not yet sunset, but because we're in a sort of a valley and the sun is going down behind the trees, it's getting a bit darker here. Plenty of daylight left, but it's going to be a more subdued daylight, and I think we're going to be probably settling down to have another beer and have something to eat in a little while. Yeah, David agrees with that one, having another beer definitely. Well, what a magical place we're in, Slishwood Forest. You've got such greenery where the moss covers everything. You've got the very, very tall trees, and you've got such an ethereal feeling to the place. The only thing which would make it better is if my wife was here with me. It was now after 5 PM and nearly full dark in the forest, and time to use the lights we had brought with us. On the way here we'd stopped off at Super Value in Tubbercurry, where we bought 2 beautiful ribeye steaks.
Well, there we go, ribeye steak, and David's cooking his at the moment, or nearly throwing it away. And this is what life's all about.
So after eating and another cider, it was time for bed.
Well, it's 7:30 in the morning and it's time to get up. It's starting to get a little bit light, but it'll be a while before it's that easy to see. I fancy a coffee, but then again, I always fancy a coffee. We've had a reasonably good night, a fair amount of sleep, but I won't be using the bivvie bag that quickly. The condensation inside it is horrendous. Also, my mat that I sleep on decided to spring a leak, so I've been sleeping on the bare floor for quite a bit of the time. Not too bad. It wasn't that cold, but it was just really inconvenient. And also the fact that I had to get out 5 times a night to for bodily function reasons. Getting in and out wasn't that easy, but I'm rested and it's time to get up and get moving, I think.
Everything packed away and ready to depart. This was my pitch, and as usual I'm following the mantra, leave no trace.
Well, that's it, first camp of the year over and done with. Probably not my most successful one, but it was a good one anyway. The equipment let me down a bit, but the scenery and the location certainly didn't. I can't have wished for a better place, and better company for that matter. Anyway, time to go home. Catch you all soon. Well, we're back in David's car and on our way back to Woodland. Been an interesting little hike. Pleasant overnight stay, although we both had incidents with our equipment. I think we'd both rethink it if we did it when we do it again and carry different gear with us. But it didn't spoil the overall night. It was a lovely place to spend a night yet again.
So that was our overnight in Slishwood, a forest on the banks of Loch Gill just outside Sligo town. If you like this video, why not check out our other videos on Irish life and hiking in Ireland. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a like and comment, as all this helps the channel grow. Talking about growing the channel, at the time of uploading we receive no payment from YouTube, so if you can, please contribute to our running costs through Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon. Details are in the description. If you can't, then don't worry, it's your company that's important. So until next time, this is Old Hiking Geezer saying goodbye and onwards and upwards.